Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of DeFi Truth. My name is Conrad Zen, former Bitcoin Foundation member and now evangelist for PulseZen, the digital asset that pays you compounding rewards, the wealth redistribution protocol. You see, there is no scarcity of wealth in this world. I'm very fortunate to be able to spend half the year up here in Napa. And I can tell you, as I'm driving around, just around nearly every corner, there's another multi-million-dollar house. So there is no scarcity of wealth, but we do need a better redistribution system. More of that to come in this short broadcast. Back to the headlines. The headline says why you cannot afford to retire and how you could fix it. You see, you've been given the wrong information probably all of your life about finance. And in fact, I'll go so far as to say that you've probably been lied to. Look, you may be in a job where you have a 401k or an IRA, and you've done all the right things, and you think that, well, I've followed the rules, I'm going to be okay when it comes to my time to escape from the rat race, get off the hamster wheel, and retire at age 65 or whatever age it happens to be in the future for you. But it's very likely that that isn't going to be true for you. But it's not your fault, and you're not alone, because I can show you a survey, the results of a survey conducted by none other than the Federal Reserve. And it quite clearly shows that a quarter of all Americans have actually no retirement savings whatsoever. It's incredible. And the lack of financial knowledge in the general adult population, not only in the United States, but all over the Western world, where we're supposed to be living a very wealthy lifestyle. You've been lied to about your finances your whole life, and you've been doing the wrong things. I mean, look, for those of you who think that you've been playing by the rules and have invested in a 401k, how did you get to invest in that particular plan? I'm guessing that you went to a seminar, probably held by your employer, or you took the trouble to listen to a financial planner. But was that financial planner looking after your welfare, or was he lining his own pocket? Because once again, here is a little secret that the industry doesn't want you to know about. And if I can just show you this might change your mind about the whole way that you were told about your 401k.
You have the audacity to believe your financial advisor should focus on your long-term goals, not their short-term.
In its marketing, the industry implies that retirement advisors are on our side. But when it comes to employee retirement plans, there are no clear standards on who can give advice.
Financial advisors lead from a new position of strength.
The Department of Labor is responsible for regulating employee retirement plans.
We have a system today where anybody can hold themselves out as an expert. They call themselves retirement planners, financial planners, advisors, etc. We don't have a standard way that the consumer can figure out who has the expertise to provide advice.
What's a financial advisor?
That is a term that means almost nothing. It is somebody who might be a financial planner, or it could be a broker who is really a salesperson.
There when you need them.
There are registered investment advisors or fiduciaries who are obligated by law to act in their clients' best interests.
Let's talk about the cookie-cutter retirement advice you get at some places.
But the vast majority of so-called advisors, around 85%, are not fiduciaries.
Selling their funds makes them more money, which makes you wonder, isn't that a conflict?
They are merely brokers or salesmen.
Food for thought. So let's put some meat on the bones of what that interview from PBS Live was alluding to. You may have been bandied figures about in your meeting with your financial planner or even your employee representative that, yes, your 401k has been averaging 40% a year. 40%? Let's just examine the numbers for real, and let's just see what the truth actually is for the majority of these 401k plans. Again, this is absolutely kosher to the decimal point. You see, it is not complicated to calculate an annual return for any 401k. You just need the right information. So you'll need the figures from your account and a calculator, or if you can actually do math yourself, just a simple pen and paper. So I'll give you a very quick example. Let's say at the beginning of the year for your 401k, you can check over the account and you see a balance of 30,000. So over that year, you contribute about 12,000 to the account, and then the year-end balance is, say, 45,000. So that means that the gain that you've made above your contribution is about $3,000. So basically, to work out what percentage return that is for your particular 401k plan, you just plug in the numbers into this formula. You take the excess, which in this case is 3,000. The investment pot has now grown to 45,000. And if you then multiply that by 100, you will get the annual return. And far from being a healthy 20, 30, 40%, you can see quite easily yourself that it's 6.66%. That is the actual return that you're getting on your hard-earned cash. So, you know, it is entirely dependent on the performance of the stock market and bonds. The actual allocation will have been worked out by your financial guru, but at the end of the day, could you do better than 6.6% yourself? You see, what does a managed fund actually do? Well, basically, they cost you a fortune. A 1% charge, just a 1% charge on your investment portfolio is going to cost you an absolute fortune over the lifetime of your investment. Look, I make no bones about it. My very first career was in finance, in traditional finance. I was involved in the banking world, I was involved in the investment world, including pensions. And I can tell you that a salesperson, a pension plan sale is a massive commission maker for that salesperson because they get a percentage of every single monthly contribution, even if you give up your pension, or if the pension gets sold on, which they do on the secondary market, that salesman who initiated the sale still gets the commission on some products. So what is it that you can do? Well, the first thing is to realize that you've been lied to. The second thing to do is to get educated, because you see the highest appreciating asset class that there is cryptocurrency. And I know that the majority of you would never even consider putting any of your hard-earned cash into cryptocurrency, especially now with all of the mainstream media news about cryptocurrencies being scams and Ponzi schemes. Why would you even bother to investigate? Well, this is a very important thing for you to understand. You have been lied to. And if you took the time to just do a little bit of research, you would realize the potential gains that you are giving up based on false information from mainstream media. You see, all of the Ponzi schemes and scams that have been reported have all been to do with one sector of cryptocurrency, and that is centralized exchanges. And all centralized exchanges are run by the same people that scam you in traditional finance, but they're just using digital assets. The real promise and premise of cryptocurrency started off by Bitcoin was to give you complete autonomy of your investment and have no third-party control over your investment decisions at all. And most governments around the world don't like that. They see that as competition to their own rotten financial systems, and they're doing everything in their power to prevent you from doing it. But what they don't understand is that decentralized finance means there is no one in charge. They can't go after a piece of code. And decentralized finance is a way of you interacting with a cryptocurrency where you are in total control. Now, not all decentralized financial protocols are created equally. And this is why I'm introducing you to PZEN, because it's probably something that you've never heard of, something that you would never investigate yourself, but you're going to be very glad that you took the time to stop scrolling and watch this particular live broadcast. You know, in this information overload age that we live in, it is very hard to sift out what is true and what is not. And if you were to listen to the mainstream media, if you're not already invested in cryptocurrencies, you'd be thinking that you should steer well away from investing a single dollar. But nothing could be further from the truth, because cryptocurrency is still the highest performing asset that is out there. With the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank just a few weeks ago, it not only affected the community of cryptocurrency, but also the wineries up here in Napa and Sonoma, because they too banked with Silicon Valley Bank. And what that has highlighted more than anything else is that you can't trust your money in the banks, because the moment that you hand over your money over the counter, it is no longer your money. You've seen what happened. People were queuing up outside Silicon Valley Bank, and then other banks, and then a general bank run was about to ensue. And, you know, the people in charge, their response to that, well, we had no idea. We do not understand how a bank run on Silicon Valley Bank happened so quickly. Well, I know what happened. This. We live in a new technological age where people can withdraw money at the touch of a button. And this is a systemic problem for the banking industry, because we all know that they are all in trouble with regard to the fact of the top 5 banks in America have trillions of dollars worth of exposure in derivatives, something that nobody ever talks about. And of course, the FDIC insurance bank account has a limited amount of money. And if 1 or 2 of the top banks were to be in trouble, that money would very quickly run out. And then you're going to be left with what is called a bank bail-in. Now, what's a bank bail-in? Well, those of you old enough to remember, 2008, we had bailouts of the banks. A bail-in was deemed necessary after that event, and around the world certain legislation was put in place. In the United States, it was the Frank-Dodds Act, which states that when you give your money to the bank, if they get into trouble because they made bad investments, then they can use your money to actually bail out the bank. Hence, it's called a bail-in. So what can you actually do about it? Well, I think one of the important concepts to realize is there is actually no scarcity of wealth. If I just show you this very quick little graph here, and it absolutely illustrates where we are today in the United States. And in fact, the world. I've pulled up the global wealth pyramid, because it's not just in the United States. And you can see from this that the top 1%, the people that own assets of more than $1 million, okay, is astonishing. 62.5 million people, a very small amount of people. Over 2,818 million of you have assets of less than $10,000. That is a shocking statistic. And so you need to get educated. You need to work out what is actually the truth from falsehoods. And that's why I'd like to introduce you to PZEN.
In these tumultuous economic times, it seems harder and harder to get ahead. Even though you have made all the right financial decisions, it's never enough. The problem is not you, it's the system. You see, the system is designed to make the rich richer and the poor poorer. The only solution is to break free from this system. Today, you can join a new, growing economy and finally get ahead. This economy is built around a socially engineered token called PZEN, which is designed to redistribute wealth. The truth is that there is no scarcity of wealth. We just need a better redistribution system. PZEN harnesses the power of the eighth wonder of the world, compounding interest. Simply buy and hold PZEN in your wallet, and after each transaction made across the network, your token balance goes up. This is thanks to the pay-it-forward deduction, which takes 2% of every transaction and distributes it equitably to all PZEN holders. No one is coming to save you. This is the way out, but you need to do the work. You have to get educated. You have to take a leap of faith. You have to join the new economy to secure your financial future. Take control of your finances with PZEN. PZEN.app.
So I hope you're beginning to realize that we have a new networked economy. We are at a very unique juncture in history where we have the technology to change the entire economic energy of the Western world's populations. You need to get educated. You need to understand the power. You need to understand the network effect. You need to get educated and you need to get involved. Let me show you a little bit more in depth the power of the numbers.
The power of PZEN is in the compounding interest code. Let's look at today's numbers. 1 million PZEN at $0.0045. It would cost $4,500. The daily pay it forward code can average for the year 450 PZEN per 1 million held. So you are making about $2.07 a day, or $755 or so a year. So that works out to a very nice 16.7% a year, no staking, no lockup. However, if we allow ourselves to imagine the growth in PZEN, imagine daily volume increases and price is 30 cents. Everything looks shockingly different. The daily PIF is now $120 a day at 30 cents per PZEN. That generates compounding rewards of about $43,800 a year, which is a staggering 1,460% APY. Go see for yourself at PZEN.app.
You owe it to yourself and your family. Right now, right today, you can make a decision to act. You can educate yourself. If you look at the link below the description of this video on YouTube, and I'll post it on Twitter as well, it'll take you to an article written by an enterprising young chap who will show you exactly the steps needed to get involved in this new network economy. So there is hope. You may not be able to retire anytime soon, but I do not understand why anybody would not at least take the time to investigate the alternative economy that is available to every single one of you. So I hope you take that opportunity. So to all of the Zenites that are listening to this broadcast, I just want to remind you that, of course, the PZEN protocol has a charity wallet function, and we are just about to announce the institution that is going to be the benefactor of the charity wallet, and it's just shy of $50,000 for the first donation from this wallet. A fantastic achievement, and I couldn't be prouder of the Zenite community and of course the Zenite protocol, which will continue to be able to donate forever, because this protocol cannot be stopped and the charity function cannot be stopped. And so we are going to be able to benefit everyone in the way forward, because we have this unique, totally unique protocol, which is going to grow, and we will have undoubtedly the most happy community that there is in cryptocurrency, because not only are you making generational wealth for your families and for yourself, but we're also going to be helping others continuously. There will be an announcement very soon. Obviously, we're going to announce the Institute on April the 28th, which is International Pay It Forward Day. And we're going to be having another Pulsinator draw. For those of you who are PulseN holders already, watch out for the details of that. The Pulsinator registration website will be opening up very soon with some details of the fantastic giveaway that we'll be running in conjunction with the Pay It Forward Day. We are also going to announce another way that you can get involved in the PulseZen charity wallet directly, should you wish to do so. So there we are. That's my short broadcast today for Truth in DeFi. And in particular, I really hope that this has opened your eyes and that you get some benefit from the information that you have consumed today. To help spread the word, I would really like you to take the time now to just hit subscribe if you're on the YouTube channel, or follow me if you're on Twitter, like, share, comment, because what that does, the algorithm will then take this content, see that people like it, and it will show it to more and more people. And this is what it is all about. This is a grassroots, fundamental project and protocol going forward. There is no company involved. There is nobody directing this. It is purely a network effect, a grassroots protocol that is just growing and growing and growing. I thank you for your time. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you again in a next episode of DeFi Truth. Please do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will say Slanjivar for this afternoon. Thank you for watching.